Hi everybody. Just want to let you know, please, especially to your Bernie Sanders fan. Now, if you actually do your research and still believe in his policies, I get it. Fine. I'm not going to argue whether Bernie is good or not. But I need to explain to you that I am so tired of seeing Facebook memes. Hi, buddy. I'm so tired of seeing Facebook memes about socialism, okay? Free healthcare and free education is not socialism. You need to realize this. I'm sorry, but I can't take any of you fucking seriously if you believe that socialism has anything to do with fucking education and healthcare. This is why we can't have nice things in America. Don't get me wrong. I have a whole another Trump section that I can rip apart. So please, I'm not a Trump supporter, because that's probably your first thought. Because I'm ripping Bernie Sanders, must be a Trump supporter. That's how ignorant you fucking people are. Exactly how ignorant you people are. And how ignorant it is you're posting fucking socialism shit when you don't even know what socialism means. Socialism is the complete government and state control of a goods production and services. So, hi buddy. And distribution of services, not actually services directly. But what that means is, if you're a sweet old guy that fixes, watches, for instance, for a living, you can't do that. Okay. You also have no say in life. And in socialism, the reason why they give health care and education for free is governmentary mandatory. So basically saying it's all government regulated, it's all government controlled. So education is going to teach you how they want you to learn. You have no fucking mindset in that. They're going to sit you in front of a television and feed you bullshit. Healthcare, do you really trust? If you trust the government really well, then I guess you can trust free healthcare. But I don't trust the government. And I don't want to trust them with my body. Yes, I don't. Thank you. Sorry, this is Quirk. She's a sweet little rat that likes to give kisses. But you don't know what socialism is. First of all, Denmark or any of the Nordic countries are not socialism. They're 100% capitalism. They do have a welfareism program, and I can see why you like that, but you got to remember that they're completely defended by us and NATO, so they don't really have a military, and their government has very big control over their people. In fact, most of these countries are smaller than the size and population of New York City, so it's easier for it to work. But again, it's still not socialism, and not at all, not even close. Even the Prime Minister of Denmark said that, set the record straight, he's tired of Americans thinking that Denmark is a socialist country. But this is how ignorant you are. If you're a Bernie Sanders fan, you can agree with his fucking shenanigans. I get some of his. Trust me, I agree with some of his foreign policy. I agree with his criminal reform program. I do agree with some of the stuff that he does, and I honestly feel that he's relatively I think he's a man of his. I don't want to say man of his word because that's saying a lot, but I believe that compared to the rest of the main candidates right now, I feel that at least he's more of a respectable individual, but that doesn't mean that his belief system works. He calls himself a democratic socialist, but he refers to the Nordic governments as his ideal goal. That makes no fucking sense, because they're not socialists at all. And you can't have a democratic socialist. That's just a made-up word. It's a made-up word. I mean, what people call, I don't agree with this, because this is also a made-up word, but social democracy is what people call actual Denmark or Sweden, etc. But honestly, it's just nothing more than a democratic capitalism system with a welfare state. And don't get off. People get really weary with the term welfare, okay? It's a term. doesn't necessarily mean all the people who abuse it or the conservatives who say welfare. Like, they don't know what welfarism is. Welfarism is basically a dependence of the government. There's programs for dependence. And the problem with the dependence of the government is become more and more sheep-like, which is totally anti-American. I mean, our government, and don't get me wrong, we've been gone downhill, but going from already a corrupted capitalistic environment going to a welfarism state is actually worse. Every time the government has interfered with anything, we've gone downhill. And I can go on and on and on about how screwed up our government is, but please, if you're a Bernie Sanders fan and you think you like socialism, you have no idea what you're talking about, and you should shut your fucking mouth, because you don't know what socialism is. You apparently didn't pay attention in history class, and you don't read. You don't read. It's a clear definition that everything about socialism is not what Denmark or Sweden or any of those countries that you glorify is. Now, if you believe in welfarism, that's fine. I understand, because at some points I do agree. I just don't believe. I just know, learning from history and everything America's done, when the government gets its hands on something and says they're going to do something for you personally and take care of you, they make everything worse. So I don't trust the government. So that's my stance. But please, Bernie fans, can you stop referring to Bernie Sanders as a socialist ideology, because it doesn't make sense. You do not know what socialism is. You have no idea what socialism is. Alright, well, this has been brought to you by Shut the Fuck Up, okay? Seriously, do your fucking research. Learn, read. Don't believe everything you see on the television. And the Facebook memes? Jesus Christ, the fucking Facebook memes. Don't post shit don't post political or any economical or anything like that unless you've done your research. Don't just say, oh yeah, I agree with that because I see it in it. No, that's so stupid. Don't be stupid. Don't be sheep. I know and most of you, I'm sure, watch The Walking Dead, and I've seen more posts concerned about The Walking Dead ending and how anxiety-filled it was, and I've seen about the political government and anything to do with your actual living life. And that's how sad America is. So, good night, stupid America.